You go to your doctor, you explain what's been happening, the weight gain, the fatigue, the poor sleep, the brain fog. They run some labs and then they tell you everything looks normal. So, why don't you feel normal? This is one of the most frustrating experiences for women in midlife. And today, I want to explain why this happens. Not because your doctor doesn't care, but because the system they are working in was not designed for this stage of your life. Welcome to the Menopause Truth Podcast, where we go beyond the headlines, beyond the myths, and into what is actually happening in your body so you can understand your health, feel in control again, and make informed decisions with confidence. I'm going to divide this podcast into parts to make it easier to understand. I'm Dr. Monica Relvis, a physician board certified in lifestyle and obesity medicine, and I have advanced certification in hormone replacement therapy and cardiometabolic health. So, part one, the system is built for disease, not dysfunction. Modern medicine is very good at diagnosing disease. Heart attacks, diabetes, fractures, cancer, but it is not designed to detect early dysfunction, which is the phase where things are changing but have not yet crossed the threshold into disease. And menopause lives in that space. Your body is changing, your risk is changing, but your labs may still fall within normal ranges. So, from the system's perspective, there is nothing to treat. Part two, normal does not mean optimal. When you're told that your labs are quote unquote normal, what that really means is that you're within a statistical range based on the general population, not that your body is functioning optimally, and definitely not that your risk is low. Your glucose can be normal while your insulin has been elevated for years. Your LDL may look quote unquote okay, but no one checked your ApoB. And most women have never had their lipoprotein little a checked either. So you were told you're fine, but important pieces of the picture were never evaluated. Part three, time constraints. Most visits are 10 to 15 minutes. There is very little time for deep investigation, very little time for education. So care becomes, let's talk about symptoms, do a quick evaluation, and reassurance. Not because your doctor doesn't care, but because the system doesn't allow more. Part four, the WHI effect. There is another major reason why many women are not getting comprehensive menopause care, and that goes way back to the Women's Health Initiative, which is a study released in 2002. It created widespread fear around hormone therapy. Many physicians were taught that hormones were dangerous, they should be avoided, and as a result, an entire generation of doctors was not trained in how to properly use hormone therapy. Even though now we understand that the risks were overstated for many women and that the type of hormones used in that study were not the same as the ones we use today. But here's the key point. Medical knowledge evolves, but it takes time. On average, it takes close to 2 decades for new medical evidence to fully translate into everyday patient care. 2 decades. So, what many women are experiencing today is a gap between what we now understand and what was taught in the past. Part five, the myths that still exist. So, because of this, many myths are still circulating today that hormones are unsafe for most women, that they should only be used for the shortest time possible, that menopause is something you just have to push through. But the reality is more nuanced. For the right patient, at the right time, and with the right formulation, hormone therapy can have meaningful benefits for symptoms, for quality of life, for bone and cardiometabolic health as well. But if a physician was never trained in this, they may not feel comfortable prescribing it. And that matters. Part 6, what is being missed? What is often being missed is not disease, it's trajectory. It's where your health is heading. Are you developing insulin resistance? Is your cardiovascular risk increasing? Are you losing bone density? These are the questions that matter, but they are not always being asked. Part 7, this is not about blame. This is not about blaming doctors. Trust me, I've been angry at my doctors too. Most doctors are actually working incredibly hard within a system that limits time, tools, and training. And many simply were not taught what we now know. This is not totally their fault. It's about understanding the limitations of the model. Part 8, what you actually need. You don't need to be told that everything is fine. You need context, explanation, and a plan. You need someone who connects the dots because your symptoms are not random, they are signals. Part 9, reframing. If you've ever felt dismissed, it doesn't mean nothing is wrong. It may mean nothing was found within the limits of that system. Your body is not failing you, it's communicating with you. In the next episode, we are going to talk about why menopause is about so much more than just symptoms and what it means for your long-term health, because this is not just about how you feel today, it's about your heart, your bones, your brain, and your future. If this resonates with you, you're not alone and you deserve care that goes deeper than you're fine. I'll see you in the next episode.